G'day guys and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I'll be going over the early bottom 10 AFL ladder predictions for season 2025. Before we get into the video, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. This will be the final video for 2024. Or second last video for 2024, I don't know yet, but yeah, let's just get straight into the video. Starting off with 18th, not really a surprise, we got the Richmond Tigers. Richmond finished last in 2024, and I believe they will finish last again in 2025 as well. They did have a very strong draft, getting 6 picks in the first round, and all of those 6 picks were great talented players like Luke Trainer, Sam Lawler, Smiley, lots of other great players. But the players that they got from the draft definitely won't be able to fill in the spots of experience that they lost in the trade period. They lost Dusty, Pickett and Grimes due to retirement. Jack Graham left for West Coast through free agency. Daniel Rioli, Bolton and Baker got traded. I don't see the Tigers improving at all in 2025 with that big of an experience loss. In 17th, I've got the Adelaide Crows. Crows had a big drop off in 2024, going from 10th in 2023 to 15th. In 2024, when people were expecting the Crows to finish in the top 8 last year. Crows got some good talent going their way, with Neil Bullen and Peatling moving over. I do think that they are just going to keep falling through the ladder, just falling down the ladder. Teams do have stages where they start to perform badly. We've seen it before with the West Coast Eagles, from 2021 where they finished 9th, to 2022 when they finished 17th. I believe the next victim of that little curse will be the Crows. In 16th, I have the North Melbourne Kangaroos. North Melbourne did bring lots of experience to the club in the trade period, with stars like Luke Parker, Jack Darling and Caleb Daniel moving to the club. It will take a while for the club to adjust to those players being on the field. I could be wrong, but North will stay at the bottom 4 for 2025. But will start to rise in 2026 and will push for finals in the next couple of years. 15th spot, I have Melbourne Demons. Melbourne had a very bad performing season in 2024, and I think that will continue through to 2025. They lost Neil Bullen, who was a great player, onto their lineup. In this offseason, they decided to try get young and upcoming players to get their proper chance at AFL football. Great talent grabbed out of the draft like Harvey Langford and Xavier Lindsay, who are going to be great players in the future of their career, but they won't be able to have as much of an impact going into 2025. In 14th, I've got my West Coast Eagles. West Coast look to be on a rise next year. The experience that they brought in to the club with Baker, who could have captained the Richmond Tigers next year, and Owies, who's a great experienced small forward. Also, I have heard people saying, and I've seen people on social media saying, that West Coast had one of the strongest drafts in 2024, and I gotta agree with them. No biased opinions. Allen was the #1 prospect coming out of WA. Bo Allen, I'm talking about. They also grabbed Job Shanahan, Tom Gross, Luca Grego, and Hamish Davis, who are all great players, and they also grabbed young gun academy player Malachi Champion. Eagles just look like with their side that they are set to have a huge rise up the ladder. In 13th, I've got Essendon Bombers. Essendon, I think, will fall off the ladder. Decent chunk. Last season, they were good for the first half of the season and bad the last half of the season. The highest I see Essendon finishing is around 8th position, and the lowest I see them finishing is about 13th, 14th. Isaac Kako is a great addition into their lineup. He could produce some magical things in the future for Essendon. Essendon can make great things happen in 2025 if they wanted to. They could go to win a final in 2025, but I just do not see that happening. In 12th, I've got the Fremantle Dockers. Yes, I know, Fremantle added a huge player in Shai Bolton to their list in 2025, but that doesn't mean Fremantle are going to win the flag, okay, for our fans? Fremantle still has to improve. They got the team to win finals. They just don't know how to perform in do-or-die situations, as we saw at the end of 2024. Bolton is a huge addition to their forward line and can change results to their game. But like what I think about Harley Reid to this day, not last season, to this day, one man can't get the team wins. It's a teamwork. It's teamwork, not one man. In 11th spot, I have the Western Bulldogs. The Bulldogs I see finishing 11th in 2025. They lost great players like Caleb Daniel, Bailey Smith and Jack McRae, who are strong players on the Bulldogs list. Western Bulldogs have a range from finishing around 12th to 6th this year, and I see them going towards the bottom of that range. Obviously with the amount of experience that they have lost in that trade period. Young talent has also came into the club, but definitely won't be able to replace the skill of those 3-star players in 2025. In 10th, I've got the Gold Coast Suns. Gold Coast look very scary going into 2025. Very strong home performances from the Suns in 2024, but they couldn't convert those performances into away games. I've seen clips of Suns training and they indeed look scary and ready for 2025. They grabbed great talent from the draft and trade period. Daniel Rioli and John Noble from the trade period, which they are both great players. Rioli got the BNF for Richmond and Noble is a 2023 AFL Premiership player. They also grabbed academy player Leo Lombard in the draft, who I cannot wait to see in 2025. He has a great build for footy. He's a great physique. He can just shove off people off his back. And honestly, he reminds me of Harley Reid a little bit. In 9th, I've got St Kilda. Now, this call right here, I don't really have a good reason for. St Kilda are known to have those seasons where they're just very unstoppable and great, as we saw in 2023. And they're known to have those off seasons like what we saw in 2024. St Kilda could rise up the ladder again in 2025 and have one of those great years. They did lose some talent with Josh Battle leaving the club to move to Hawthorn, which Battle was set to be a huge player for the Saints in 2025 and beyond. They brought Trevor Galea, who could potentially be a big name in the future from the draft, but we can't know for sure if he's going to be a big player until we see Travaglia play at AFL level. See, I don't really have a good reason for this call with St Kilda and 9th. I just generally think St Kilda is just going to have one of those great seasons that they just randomly have at moments. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Stay tuned because next year I'll be posting my early AFL top 8 ladder predictions. And I'll see you guys next year. Peace out.